Hello again. In this video I'm going to be showing you a signed book by Vicky Hamilton. The book is called Appetite For Dysfunction, and if you don't know who Vicky Hamilton is, she is responsible for managing bands such as Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Poison, Striper, a lot of the 80s hard rock and metal bands. She would sort of take these bands when they were young under her wing, and they would then go on to become very successful and then usually go under a different manager. So this is her story of that. She's got a lot of stories about she had the members of Guns N' Roses living at her house at one point before they got signed, and she was very instrumental with, as I was saying before, with working with bands like Motley Crue and Striper and Faster Pussycat as well, and Poison. So she's got a lot of great stories about those bands, as well as just the story of her life and how all that sort of affected her being in the music industry. Really interesting book with a lot of cool stories. Now, I actually met her because she was doing a spoken word show at a bar in Melbourne called Globe Alley, I believe it was called. It's sadly no longer there. It was a great little venue. So she did a spoken word show, like a Q&A, told some stories about those bands, and was selling and signing the book. Now I've got a little bit of a collection of books relating to Guns N' Roses and also a little bit of the 80s metal scene, so had to have this book, and she signed it for me. So before I show you her signature, here's just a good proper look here of the cover art, which is pretty cool, very 80s hard rock metal looking. And then on the back here, that's her there. That's Vicky Hamilton. Now, here is her signature. So she personalized it to me. Tim, nice to meet you. Rock on, Vicky Hamilton. So really cool. She's really nice. I would have loved to have had a conversation, like a full conversation with her about the bands she's worked with, but obviously didn't have a lot of time. Plus, there were some bands playing at the venue as well. It was a pretty cool night. There was some cool local rock bands playing, so it was a very special night of rock and roll. And I'm glad that I got to meet someone who I got to work with some of my favorite bands and some important rock bands, and yeah, glad I got to meet her, glad I got her signature and her book. So thank you, Vicky, for that, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you next time. Cheers.